Hey, now we're back. Occupy LA, General Assembly, Part 3.
Because we're going to close it. And we want to hear from everybody. And
I'm
can we
going
do
on
progressive with people who haven't spoken yet? Put them first.
All right, Nina.
Marco.
Yeah, I want to.
Oh, okay. Yay.
Good
to see you. Yeah.
Steps down.
I can't wait to hear it. Guys.
It's gonna be short. I don't really have too much to say. Although, like, I've been here for a while, and just like what really attracted me to Occupy, besides a number of the issues that I see happening, it's just the fact that we were really big and kind of like tight for a while, and we had our issues too, like back then at the camp. Even when we moved into like Pershing Square and CCA, we all had our issues. But I think also where our issues lie with just like our issues between each other, and trying to face whatever we're facing, like here and just at the time. It seems like it's all coming down to just communication, like just the way we communicate and it's just, I don't know. I've just been observing for just a while, and it just seems like there needs to be a lot more just active listening that takes place. Like, and even when people do listen to each other, they need to like take it a step further, where it's like, you're not so quick to rush up and respond. And I know that's a kind of seems like a natural thing to do. You wanted to be able to like defend yourself, your person. That's when you feel somebody's attacking you, and it's like damaging to you. But it's like we're up against so much more than just something petty somebody says to us, or a petty rumor that somebody decides to spread because I don't know whatever reason. I mean, we're dealing with a lot of the issues we've already really talked about. The fact that there's so much poverty in freaking America. We're supposed to be, we're supposed to be one of the, I guess, what they want to call the first world countries. It's like we need, I don't know, I don't have like all the answers for like these issues. I'm just thinking, I'm like there's only so much like protesting we'll do, and it's like I've been at like a kind of standstill. Like I feel like I've hit a wall somewhere just within the past few months. It makes it like I don't really want to, like sometimes I just feel like I don't really want to be involved at all, because I feel sometimes when I'm coming into these environments, and even though I'm not like talking a lot or even like putting myself in certain people's business, it feels very like kind of like hostile, almost toxic. Like you cannot get me to even go onto the sandbox right now, or like at any time, because it seems to be more trouble than it's worth. I'm almost like at the point where it's like Occupy LA. I don't really care if you all ditch Facebook tomorrow, like as a group, and stop posting shit, I'm like at that point. If we could do more things where we can actually, like you said, Alex, like link up with actual people, and start working on certain issues that are affecting them, and also that we see that we know either affect us or somebody that we know, or friends of a friend, and just, I like when we were a bit more like kind of out in the public sphere, like more visible than just online, because people see what's going on online, and I think whoever's spying on us, they're probably pretty happy right now. We're giving them quite a show, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. That's all I have to say. I don't know. Listen to each other, right? Fucking. I mean, I agree that certain behavior should be called out, of course. We shouldn't just listen and just stand by it. So it's just like certain behavior shouldn't be tolerated, and we should drill that in from day one, with anybody who chooses to work with us. Sexism, racism, it's divisive. That kills you, So
Love you, Nina. Damon?
I just wanted to wanted to address one quick thing about the face-to-face thing. I'm hearing lip service paid to, when everybody's face-to-face, we get along so well. That's not okay. We do get along so well when it's face-to-face. Some of us have faced down green shotguns together. Some of us have been at parties together. But there's a certain amount of bonding that goes on. The bizarre thing that I see, Steve was talking about earlier. Steve and I agree on very little, but on this I totally agree. Why do we have people from Germany? Why do we have some clown from Long Beach who nobody's ever seen except for one meeting, who's just really a troll? Now we've got Your Honor Sean is now in the group, doing his white father, parachute in crap. All these people should be gone. If you want to start reforming Olasm, first thing, get rid of all the carpetbaggers. That's it.
Carpetbaggers, I heard that shit minute. That's real shit. That's a little bit apt in some cases.
All right, Kevin.
I know, not like picture.
Mic check. How's everybody doing? I know some of you guys missed me here yesterday. I'm sorry I can come out. I was trying
I missed
to
him.
catch some of the conversation over here. It seems like people are trying to talk what Occupy meant to them. For me, I think for a lot of people, Occupy was actually a voluntary action to get away from a certain situation. I mean, going out and seeing new people, it was an escape from some people. I think that's very important to realize. I think though that a lot of people realize that there's some things that you can't get away from. You have to contribute, or you have to participate in it. And even if you have the ability to walk away from it, even if you can absent your personal body from the situation, there's some things you feel like you have to. For instance, in my household, my brother is going to get married to this girl, and they're committed to it. They're going to have kids. They're absolutely positive. But both of them are completely committed. If they have a baby boy, they will mutilate his genitals. That's what they're going to do. They're already certain of it. I can't let the conversation go. Genital mutilation is a horrible, disgusting practice. You're harming people on day one and teaching baby boys to be violent, and I think it's a horrible thing. And that's really why I recognize female privilege, because everybody can participate in that conversation. You don't have to have, you can participate and tell people that the freedom not to be violated against and the freedom of choice are things that are not disposable on day one. It's very important. So basically, there's problems that we internalize. We don't even deal with this, but I think we should. So that's all. I mean, and more. It's like people argue inside of here. It's kind of a fun thing to do, right? I do it too. Argue on Facebook. It's cool. It keeps people entertained, but it's not substantive. It's not. There's nothing there. So definitely. I feel like I have to talk about it when it comes to my own family. So that's something that I deal with. I have to confront them and do that. Alex, you have a question?
Yeah, just when you say that these words basically don't mean anything, that these conversations are fake.
On Facebook.
On Facebook, wherever, I think you got to recognize people's comparative privileges, and even if you're reading something online, if you feel like that's
I apologize, brother. I apologize.
It just sometimes becomes.
Andy got a point of process, and I think she's right.
I see. I see what he's talking about. I feel it's not always unimportant. Sometimes it is. I feel, but.
Can we allow it
Yeah.
real quick? Because I think as long as it's quick, can we allow it, brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It happens.
Is it cool?
Yeah, go ahead. Finish up.
We asking the group if it's cool.
Can't we all jump in here though?
I'm done anyways. Anyways, it was good seeing you guys today. Sorry I couldn't make it out yesterday.
brother.
Love you.
All right. Okay, brothers and sisters, before we bring up the next person, we got about 3 more people on stack. It was just pointed out to me, and this is another example of male privilege that I didn't notice this, but it is a bunch of dudes up here crowding around any woman that wants to get on stack. So, my brothers, can we back up a little bit? Let the sister come in.
whoever's not on stack, sit down.
All right, so Annie's next.
Okay, sorry about that. If I was out of line, maybe I was out of turn on that. I'm sorry.
He was in process. He's good. He was out of line.
I don't know. We have the rules, and I guess it's been established so long ago, but I don't remember being asked quite on all those, so we can always refresh them. Just a side note. So yeah, speaking kind of rules about the GA, I just wanted to bring up accessibility a little bit because there was kind of maybe a difference of opinion on how we were spatially, but I think, just to say my piece, I think it's a priority that people be included and feel included. And if we feel like we're starting to exclude people, using our physical bodies, you know, like turning around so they can't really be included in the conversation, and you know, it just makes it more difficult to participate and be here. So we want to try to be inclusive, right? I'm asking sort of like, is inclusivity a priority for us? It's not a proposal or anything. It's rhetorical. Okay. Also, I want to say thank you very much at the beginning here, Adam, for bringing up the political versus the personal. Let's keep it political versus keeping it personal, because I think that's part of the safety of the space too. It's like, I don't feel like I'm going to be attacked. I feel like everybody around me has my back. But if I have a difference on an issue, or I think moralistically we need to have clarity on something that I'm not sure what the group is feeling. Is it okay if I wait to the end? Because I'd rather wait to the end.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Ed Kitzer. He wished he could be here. He wants to say he wished he could be here, and he was everybody, and he's going to be back around soon. Details to come, but yeah, he'll be back.
What up, Ed? If you watching?
And I think finally, I hear a lot about seeing people in person and connecting face to face, and how that is totally a priority. And I absolutely agree. I think beyond that, we need to start working together, and we need to start deciding what it is we want to do together. If we get along better with certain groups of people, we shouldn't deny that. Let's make sure we are open to everyone wanting to work with people, But let's do what we're comfortable with. Let's do what we're each comfortable with, but let's be doing something that's progressive, that's moving the movement forward, that we feel proud of, that we want to share, that we want to bring other people into. Because that's what we're here to do, right? Is to be serious, to think about the issues that exist and move to solve them. Solutionary. That's it. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Who else we got on stack?
Pilar's last.
Pilar, where you at?
What happened to me?
Oh, is Scott on stack?
Oh, yeah, you're.
Oh, you think I'm standing?
Yeah, sure.
I thought you just liked me there. I didn't know.
All right.
All right. So wait, Sister Pilar, where you at? All right. Well, we're gonna run Pilar and then Scott and
Alyssa.
and Alyssa. Does anybody else want to get on stack? Because we're closing it now.
And then she wants to make a proposal. Can we do that? I don't know.
Did she announce it? Just announcement?
I mean, can we just let's finish the discussion and then we just talk about it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, really bad compound.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, I remember a little something down when I was coming out. So, that excuse me. Alright. I really had the opportunity to come to GA due to the lack of funds. Due to the lack of funds and distance I have to travel, so I would like to take on tackle on a couple of topics that I have been weighing on me for the past weeks. At a not too distant GA, there was a plea to stop cyberbullying. Who is that supposed to comply to this? A select few or the entire community? There has been constant harassment by the same group of people. Ole social media space. People in this group have used choice words to belittle, as well as throw around disgusting accusations against other members. All this is nothing but drama. Not only is it hurtful to those members, but it's destroying what little solidarity we have among us. With that said, a couple of weeks ago, there was an upset online concerning a certain member and a little threat made on the Fuck OLA group while
She was page manager of the OLA fan page, Facebook page. Violence and making threats of violence against OLA guidelines is grounds for automatic removal. Members made excuses for her, saying she made those threats out of frustration. To me, that is no excuse for any irrational behavior. She was demoted, then later reinstated. I personally feel this is favoritism. I feel that we should follow the guidelines and process void of personal outside friendships. Lastly, I would like to address the misuse of trust and or power among the admins who have been pulled in. There have been an instance and an unapproved message posted on the OLA Facebook page threatening attendees. Admins have been removing members as well as demoting other admins without a poll consensus. All this is adding to the already large heap of bullshit that is in front of us. Everyone is watching and laughing. If we don't get this together now, when?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Now, all right. No, because you brought up good points. You really don't have time for a long discussion about it. For a real thorough discussion, can this come to, when is the next social media meeting? It is next week, right? Next Wednesday.
But those are the same people saying.
You know what? There should be a rule. Nobody else goes into that fucking sandbox till you guys resolve this.
Let's burn it down and start over. Burn it down, start over.
This is about the fourth night you guys been out here with this shit. They done shut down a whole fucking government. God damn. Get it together. Go ahead, make a rule. No.
Stop spreading rumors.
Please.
Stop believing lies.
My perspective,
Stop
my
believing lies.
shit, please.
Scott, next.
Okay, but wait a minute. You do remember that another one of these agreements is no direct attacks, no personal attacks, no sideways ass attacks. And your points are valid. Everything is valid. You have an argument there, but this is the point. This is the discussion about where we're at and how to move forward. That's what it's turned into. Is this really the space to have that, or is this just going to hijack this discussion into the same bullshit?
I think it's a decision. Like, we have to be making decisions. We have all these discussions. We've been here for hours and have made
But
no
Alyssa, you're not on
decisions.
stack. Okay?
But you're not either, Adam. You're not on stack either, Adam.
It does have to be on stack. That's why there's a process. And that's why we have committees, because these things get resolved in the committees. Now, can we get an agreement to have, and that's really what we're looking for here, to be honest. What this whole shit is about is an agreement that we have committees. Can we start moving those committees up? Now, social media meets when and where?
Wednesdays, 4 o'clock to 5:30 at Grand Central Park.
People can't come at that time.
A lot of people
It has to be changed around.
So,
Fuck your process. I'm tired of hearing process. I'm tired of hearing process. People are more important than process. Fuck process. The process screws over people. Fuck process.
check it. Do you see this fuck shit? This is over a fucking Facebook account. Getting 150 million motherfuckers in poverty. People sleeping on the street every night. We live in the homeless capital of the fucking country. People are starving, dying right fucking now, and we're jocking the fuck off. Tired of this bullshit. I'm sorry. That's my opinion on all that. So we actually have committees. We have times that these committees meet. But we do have problems with those. Because I'm going to be honest myself, I don't know when shit meets because it's not a centralized place where it's posted properly that I know about because I'm an idiot.
Hallelujah.
So,
The committee is handling the process either.
we get an agreement to stop bickering like fucking children and yet again act like adults. Where is the meeting? So it's at Grand Park from 4 to 6, right?
We're in Grand Park though, it's big.
It's hard to get out there.
Like this is
I went to the wrong place one
you
time.
come there and people manipulate GA and we have the fucking discussions. We have meetings. We have 10 people have several meetings at the same time. OLA social media has a meeting and not meetings. Like, I mean, I can't explain what.
That's a story that you just made up. That's
But
bullshit. That's
It's
bullshit.
a good point. No, actually, there were 2 meetings. I remember that shit.
So when you come and you
Yeah,
say
no,
bug
okay.
process, right? When you come and say bug process and you guys come to GA, why do you come to GA? Because in the OLAB sandbox, there's people that hold you accountable. Because you guys don't respect process and because you can't manipulate like you can online. Because you can't manipulate.
People make up lies and then try to hold people accountable for those lies. That's bullshit. That's fucked up.
And wait. So people do.
Yeah, bring the meeting here. Bring the meeting here.
Okay.
Why is he just being cut off, man? Let him finish her point.
For real.
He said that maybe our committee should all meet
But
here.
Candace was still talking. He just wants to see what he can be next.
That's why Scott is next.
Talking, I put on Scott.
Yeah, but you're after Scott.
He's doing responses at different times.
And then there is verbal abuse.
Hey, all we ask for the people is where and what time the meeting is. Not a discussion about whether it's convenient. None of that shit, because that could take place in the committee. That's what it's
The committee is broken. You can't work in a broken committee. It's broken. It's broken, Adam.
It's not gonna get resolved. We do this every week.
No.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, I heard you say many of these committees, everybody should come here as an organizing body next week, and our committee should get together. And then I'm hearing people say we should move to City Hall. So maybe we'll have a goal. All right, let's bring our committees together and let's begin to figure out how we're going to mobilize to City Hall and do the outreach that he wants to do. And do one. I mean, these are the decisions. Stop having discussion.
Scott's first. Yeah, Scott's first. No. I wasn't cutting you off. I was telling Sergey that. So this is your turn. You just sort of skip stack with
Yeah,
it. So
it's
go
fine.
ahead.
I mean, it's just we have to make decisions. I thought what you said was good. Let's reform our committees. Food committee needs help. I heard someone say something about outreach, social media. Like, let's bring them together. I heard a goal. We want to move back. Some people want to move back to City Hall, or they want to start marching again.
The committee needs people to roll joints for the giveaway.
I'll do it. I'll volunteer.
So, and then people want to start doing action. They want to figure out what's going wrong. Who do we reach out to?
Do you want to be in the weed
we need
committee?
to come together as a big
Weed committee.
organizing body.
I do.
And fix this and organize ourselves so that we can organize forward. That's all.
Response? Wait, can we have those responses unless they're absolutely appropriate? Scott's up.
Yeah, then Sergey, then Alex.
I thought we closed that. Fuck it.
This is good. This is good.
Roll it.
It's killing.
I think ultimately the GA is the forum of last resort for people that want to do stuff in OLA. And if the committees are understaffed, or there aren't enough of them, or there isn't a committee for a particular topic,
Or it's
then
broken.
it does have to land at the GA. And if the group decides to move its resources and attention there, then it should. And if that happens to be the March on Monsanto that month, well, then it'll be the March on Monsanto. And if it needs to be our media, it'll be our media. But that's not what I wanted to talk about, because that's not what we're talking about.
Thank you.
We were talking about yesterday and what OLA meant to us, and we had some points come up, and you asked us, do we want to respond to those points?
Yes.
And I would like to respond to those points from about an hour and a half ago. Is it really reasonable to expect everyone else around you to see the world through your eyes and share your experiences? Is it really reasonable to expect everybody around you to have the same level of contribution that you have, or the same skill set that you have? And what we're suffering from, I think, is intolerance and an inability to get along. And it's been continual since day one. And as I learned last week, I think some of that inability to get along and the reactions that some people are having is due to the trauma that they've experienced. Now that trauma has taken a number of different forms. Some people had trauma a long time ago. Some people have trauma now. Some people have trauma from raid night. Some people have trauma from the realization that we came together and we did this really amazing thing and nobody quite knows what it was. And nobody knows quite where to put it. And nobody quite knows what to do next. And nobody knows how to quite get along. But the first thing I said, is it reasonable to expect everyone around you to have all your experiences and see the way of the world that you do? And we need to facilitate and do things that help each other get to the same level and the same page and the same level of understanding. And we understand each other's capacity and build trust. And we've talked about that since week 1, and we've done it a lot. I hear a lot of people are upset about a lot of things. Certainly I am, but nobody really recognized what we've done. Like a week and a half ago, we didn't go to war with Syria. And if we didn't do Occupy LA 2 years ago, we would have bombed the fuck out of that place, right? I had to go look and see where it was, right? I don't really like learning my geography because we keep going to war there. So I think we need to talk about those issues. I don't know that we've gotten over the trauma of raid night, and I don't know if we've gotten the trauma over this prolonged exposure to people that we would never see again, that we would have seen for 10 minutes passing on the street one day, but we've had now 2 years together. It has had a profound effect politically and on us individually. And I think we need to be talking about it. I have friends that live on Skid Row. I have friends that are homeless, and you know what? I've always cared about homeless people in Skid Row, but I don't think I really knew anybody that lived there. I worked at a food kitchen a couple times, but now there's a food kitchen that I get upset when we don't get the food there on Thursday, because I know people that are eating there. And why do I come to the GA? Because there's people here that aren't eating, and that's the motivation that gets me here. And why do I go on Facebook? Because I can't always be down here. And there's people that are activists in OLA that don't have the ability to come down here. And that's the forum that they participate. And it's not true that what people write on Facebook doesn't matter. It does matter, and it affects people, and it makes them ill or it makes them strong. And we got to be thinking about it, and we're not really thinking about it. I've been guilty of writing some stupid shit, but so is everybody else. Why do we just not do it?
Okay, so here's the thing. Once we start talking about social media, things raise up. Now, we haven't decided exactly what's going on. And so, but earlier, somebody was saying about going back to the South Steps to be on the land. Maybe we should go back there next week. Maybe we should decide right now. And continue this discussion down there next week.
Let's do it.
Why not? I mean,
emergency
if anybody here
proposal.
that has a order not to be there,
We're allowed to be there.
yeah. So nobody here is restricted. So let's go. Let's go there next time.
Let's march right now.
Issue a stay-away order legally to City Hall because of the First Amendment. You have a right. The First Amendment says you have a right to redress your Congress. You have a right to redress your representatives. They are the city's representatives. You have a right. So even if they issue a stay-away order, they can't impose it. And they issued that stay-away order, and they knew they could enforce it. So even if you have a stay-away order, it is not an enforceable stay-away order, and they know it.
All right. I have a proposal. She backs it up. And she backs it up.
There's no emergency proposals right now. We are in a discussion. All right? And that's a very good point. No stay-away orders for public buildings. You have right to access. So Alex is last.
Yeah.
And then we can actually sit and talk outside of this fucking GA, and I got to facilitate it. My back hurts. I'm tired.
It's been 2.5 hours.
Please.
2.5 hours?
No staff.
Or 2 hours and 15 minutes.
I just think that, like, we keep talking about OLAs and it's getting more frustrating every TA, and, like, there's a lot of context that's missing, and there's just, 100 microaggressions every week from, like, every which way between people. So, like, I'm not going to get into what pissed me off this week in OLAs, because it's just, there's there's just too many things, and you know, like, yeah, like this is not. I feel like I have to explain the wheel to people because they're not in OLASM. Like, you know, like I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to describe like every role. Like that's what we did last GA. And I was like, boring.
It was educational. I didn't know all that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah. So thank you.
Burn it down.
And now this discussion don't end here. It's not the point to come to GA, have a discussion, go home, and start fucking hating on each other on Facebook or whatever the fuck we're gonna do. All right. The point is, whether we really like each other or not, we're not even really stuck together. But we're together for a reason. You know, we're together because we got a common fucking cause. So, can we do that next week? Can we come back here and talk about a common cause? Can we do some of those things? Can we talk about our committees? Can we maybe, because so it's 4 o'clock to 6. And where at? Grand Park, where at?
In front of City Hall in Spring Street.
Okay, City Hall of Spring.
No, in front.
City stand up.
It's by the Starbucks in Grand Park, in between Hill and Grand.
Which day?
On Wednesdays at 4, from 4 to 6.
By the fountain.
By the fountain. So that's the social media committee.
So if you have a job, you can go.
Now, facilitation. Facilitation is at 6:30. Right here. Because ain't nobody got no money for Cabbage Patch. Or are we going to Cabbage Patch?
No.
Alright. And so
Cabbage
if you got
Patch.
somebody,
You don't have to have
come on,
money.
you want me to come out and contribute to the fries?
You don't-
Otherwise, just show up. We're going to sit there and drink water.
You don't have to buy fries. It's okay.
No.
They're cool if we just drink water.
So like 6:30, come and do this shit. It's not a mystical shit. Oh y'all motherfuckers, and 90% of y'all have been in facilitation before. So I don't know why everybody acting like they don't know what the fuck facilitation is or how it works. So come to the meeting at 6:30 and be a part of this, because I hate this shit. So you're facilitating the next one, whoever shows up first. Yeah, and that's the point. 6:30 at Cabbage Patch. This is what it is. Look at this. And we've been here for 3 fucking hours. We're not off playing. We're not off smoking weed. We are having a discussion because we are finally talking about shit that we need to talk about. So let's continue this next week. Let's talk about reforming the Actions Committee because that needs to happen.
But why can't we do it with OLASM? A lot of people can't go to that 4 o'clock meeting.
Well, then we'll have to discuss that in OLASM because.
But we're telling you that in space we're getting ready. Do you understand that in OLASM?
But-
Why are you not letting me speak? This week in OLASM, a photo of Jeff Sutton's girlfriend was posted. I was told by another admin that I was just upset because she gave him a better time. You want me to go into the OLASM sandbox where I'm getting harassed at that level?
Well, what you're talking about is a specific person
But no,
that
this
has
going
had
on,
problems.
And lots of people things like this are happening. So what I'm
And it's
telling you,
tolerated.
that is the unsafe,
I removed
harassing
him.
space.
Yeah.
But no, he didn't know. He removed him after he said he wanted to be removed. It's been hacked 3 times. And so I don't understand why we come here and we have these long discussions instead of saying, hey, you know what, if you're part of OLASM, you should probably be at GA. So why not have committee meetings next week? Why we didn't come to one decision tonight. We sat here for 3.5 hours. What are we doing here?
Well, we're trying to come to one.
But
We're trying to agree as a community to come back here next week. And for right now, the meeting is on Wednesdays at 4. Now, we can come back at GA and let's actually talk about that shit. Instead of arguing about the bullshit that happened in the sandbox and all this
committee's
little
broken.
pissy ass shit. And it's not little pissy ass shit because it really hurts people's feelings. But compared to the environment going down,
You can keep your
compared
personal
to
shit to
people sleeping on
yourself.
the streets,
We can
compared
have a
to
private
motherfuckers
conversation
starving
later
and
if you want to
dying.
talk about your concerns.
Shit, even compared to freeing the weed. This is something that we can work out. This
No,
is something
you
we
wanna
actually
talk
have
to me
hands
one-on-one?
on and can fix. So,
Oh my God. Pro-Palestine is
But-
not
and see,
yeah.
yeah, well, Revo's not here, and Revo's the one that did that. So he is,
It was
he is not the
tolerated.
standby.
It was tolerated.
It's saying that stereotypes
perhaps this is a real discussion that we should have. Now, this is the type of thing we actually need to talk about. Let's talk about racism and shit. Matter of fact, maybe we can decide now that that's the discussion topic for next week, so we don't end up talking about what is our fucking favorite talking about. Social media. Can we get a consensus on that? Let's discuss that. And the intersection.
Social media.
But why do we never make decisions as a body? Again, we're still not.
Why are you
So, who had their hands up? Ari?
I just want to say that we keep talking about the internet, and personally, this space is unsafe by people who don't even have an internet presence. Like, we have to, like, people here right now that I don't see have a Facebook account are like making this space unsafe as we speak for me. So that's the kind of stuff we should be talking about first, not like me sitting behind a computer screen and all that stuff. Sorry, I just.
It's not racism on Facebook. It's racism on the OLA page.
That's still Facebook, but it's
No,
true.
no.
There's
no,
a sandbox
not Facebook.
meeting for it.
Yeah.
OLA.org. It's on that.
He's talking about Palestinian solidarity.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
we're racist.
But there is some shit in there. Motherfuckers do go a little far to say about us. I don't know about on the org page. I ain't seen that shit. I have seen discussions on Zionism, which is an interesting and a different topic, but I have not seen a whole lot of anti-Semitic shit on there. On the sandbox, there's a whole bunch of shit like that. A whole bunch of fuck shit because people are interacting like that. People are off the cuff on that. But on the official shit, I haven't seen it.
That's why I got into Sandbox.
You know, I haven't seen it on the official page. But that's just my opinion. I don't agree. That's a discussion we should have.
But what about decisions?
Decisions about what? What decision you want to make, man?
Hey, Candace wants to.
Oh.
So, I mean, I feel like to be able to have actual discussion on the committee, which I feel like is really like, it's like, you would have to be, like, I feel like for anyone to actually really to be able to have a discussion, like, you would have to go to the creation of the sandbox and look at all of the threads. You would need to read the FEMA thread. You would need to, well, because you would need to understand why the situations are the way they are. You need to understand that Alyssa and Beth have, like, their own personal bullshit, and why the OLAP committee was even restructured in the first place was because certain people like Richard and Alyssa wouldn't be in because they had concerns. I mean, so, like, can you not interrupt me, please? So, like, I'm not personally attacking you. I'm telling you.
Believing lies.
Hey, you know what? I actually remember all that shit. Hey, by the way, yo, GA is called, so let's start talking, all right? I'm tired of fucking facilitating. But I actually remember that. So, that's what it is.
I wanted to be in all lives of
And ever since you got removed as SEC, you had this personal vendetta to destroy OLAS. And why did you get removed as SEC? Because you have no respect for process. Because you continuously, you had a fake shadow Facebook page and you tried to manipulate
Which process did that violate?
I don't post.
Nobody who isn't like this little clique of OLAs and gives a shit that I had a Facebook account.
I don't know what any
There is something fucked up in the heads of the people who give a shit about that.
It's so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Nobody cares about that.
Because we're going to go back and what's going to happen? We're going to look and we're going to...
People care.
No, people can make a decision without reading the whole history about people.
Solidarity issues than about OLA issues. That lady in the yellow shirt kept announcing about the arrests. There were arrests yesterday. We should be dealing with those. There's stuff about the homeless stuff. Homeless stuff that's going on. Nothing about that's
Patrick
being
Murray's like,
mentioned.
fuck people
It's all
there.
international shit. If I want to know, I could read the newspaper. I don't need to. I could read the funny blogs. I could go after that. We could produce our own media to prop up OLA. We could make our own stuff. We could take pictures. We could report on the stuff that's going on in Los Angeles. It's an opportunity for people to gain credibility in the journalism world and grow journalistically. You're stealing that opportunity from people to gain
Now you're assigning motive
credibility
to my behavior. That's really
right.
Why don't you ask me a question?
Patty,
Have you
why
ever
did you,
asked a
Patty,
question?
okay, so why is it that before you got removed as CT, and I used to say, we can't pass anything, we can't promote events that aren't passed through the GA. I said, we shouldn't promote events that aren't passed GA. And you said, what is GA anymore? GA doesn't do anything anymore. GA allows them to its own separate thing. GA doesn't matter. And now GA is everything. Now GA matters. Now allows them needs to go through GA. Now, I mean, like, it's bullshit.
So that's your opinion and that's your perspective, but don't assign motives to
It's
my
not
behavior.
perspective. That's exactly
That is
what
your
happened.
perspective. That is, you're making up stories, Candace.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're inventing a motive for my bad behavior.
Patty, that's exactly what happened.
No, that is you making
You
a
can go back in time, and you said that OLAG, when I used to say, oh, we shouldn't be posting events that haven't been passed through OLAGA, you said, what's OLAGA?
So
You had a list of books
that is not a
that.
fact.
Okay, so I just find it very curious that someone who said, what is OLAGA? OLAGA doesn't matter. OLASM is its own separate thing. They don't even have quorum anymore. Journalists used to laugh at OLAGA. And now GA needs to be the one deciding things. Now GA is so important. Is it because you feel like that you're not able to manipulate and control social media?
No, that's another story that you just made. You just made a story that I want to manipulate and control. Okay, I'll be at a lower level. See, now I'm at a lower level. Okay.
You wanna fucking like...
People keep assigning motives. People keep making conspiracy theories.
It's not conspiracy theories, Patty. It's fact. You said that,
Instead of just throwing it out there.
I agree. Actually,
Please tell me to stop believing lies. If somebody tells you something about me, ask me a question. Don't believe lies that people tell you.
It would be incredible if we would just
You too, Alex.
approach it from a little bit of professional journalism. People could put it on their resume and get jobs with it. We're stealing this from OLA by sitting back and letting people do that.
She's losing the argument, so she's gonna lock it. Yeah. That's me assigning a motive to her behavior, which is a really rude thing of me to do.
Respect.
Hey, at least when you're...
What's that?
Well, I got your name on it.
Oh, Damien? No, it's okay. I got aunts and uncles that call me Damien.
Hey, now you guys, I'm gonna go and sign off. Good night. I'll sign back on if anything important happens. Bye.